What's up, Cammy? How we doing, dude? Playing our franchise game real quick, guys. Tomorrow, obviously, we're doing Ultimate Team. We'll be there at about 3 o'clock tomorrow, okay? Let me actually ask. What's up, Virus? How we doing, dude? Big game here, man. Big game. This is one of those games, man, that we got to win for the division, man. The Eagles are on our ass, and, we're still going against Jaden Daniels, Chris Olave, Landon Dickerson. Obviously, some good players here in Washington. I know they're 2-12, but, at the end of the day, it's Madden football. Anyone can go out there and win tonight. It's going to be a tough game here at Dallas. Should be a great crowd here tonight. Monday Night Football, man. Let's do it. Going against AJM, man. Let's go, dude. Good game there in Carolina, man. 31-24. The Falcons have clinched the NFC South. And the Falcons have also clinched the 1 seed. But we will see what the Cowboys can do tonight. Here is DK. And it's already a good return. 32-yard line. So we'll take over. And we will see what they can do here in front of their home turf. There is some really good news for the NFC. The Giants lost, and that is really good for the Cowboys and other NFC teams. An AFC team, the Ravens, beat them. Here is the handoff to Samson. Give him 3. I think one of the best parts of this football team is that everyone is healthy. It's really good for this football team to be healthy heading into the postseason. Although, I think we actually did clinch a playoff spot. I really could be wrong. But the only thing I do know is a win here definitely does. But nevertheless, underneath, curl route, DK, give him 15, first down. Trying to do the small things right tonight, keep things going for the team morale. As there's the team praising number 9, Emeka Ibuka. A big part of this offense this year. Last year was all Brandon Cooks. And there he goes, Dylan Sampson. What a year he's had. What a story. Touchdown. The Cowboys are up in front. What's up, Smokey? How you doing, dude? Appreciate you guys watching the franchise, man. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, man, but 6-0. Joe Alt to the left side. This offensive line does not have a weakness. The lowest player on this team, even with morale, is the low 80s. It's one of those sneaky things this football team has is a good offensive line, run game, and pass game. We're not getting sacked every single play. Got a superstar tackle in Joe Alt getting it done there on the left side. Yeah, it really is, Smokey. Taking care of business, man. There's that one song, man. Taking care of business. Let's go, man. 7-0, man. Big game here, dude. A lot of my team morale is up, man, but we got to go out there and get it done. See what AJ has to offer here, man. He's 2-12, man. Dude, AJ and I talked on Friday night. We hung out, and, one thing I'll say in this football team in Washington is he's a real-life friend, if you guys haven't noticed, but thing I'll say, I talked to AJ Friday night, and the thing he said was, it's just a tough league out there, man. AJ's not really a bad player, but the problem is the league is very competitive, and, it's just one of those things where, he just got out of the league pretty quick. By league, I mean out of contention pretty quick. Things can spiral, opposite ways. I mean, we at least have 3 field goal wins this year, if not 4. But I think it's 3 or 4. And, you take those 3-4 games and one play doesn't go your way. Let's just say a 4-game swing. Well, now you're 6-7-1. And we're probably out of the playoffs. So, and that's going to be a pick. A throw out of a sack pick. Are you kidding me? What a year Washington has had. I want to see who the pressure was on. I believe it was 97 T'Vondre Sweat. A trade came over from the Cardinals. And here's Sampson again. First down. 69 yards already for the second round, or second year player from Tennessee. Fourth rounder in real life. We know the story. The sad part is, though, he'll kind of be overshadowed by Judkins, but still a good player overall. And there's Ibuka in the flat. The Cowboys had the lead tonight. It's already a double-digit lead here against Washington. Smart read there by Hurts. This offense right now is in playoff form. The handoff game, the pass game, everything, flowing from midnight. What up, Deadlove? What up, Bash? Dude, I'm ready tomorrow, man, for Mutt, dude. I'm ready, man. Wednesday, we have the event. That's when we're not going to see a big market shift till Wednesday, but I'm still playing tomorrow and going over the new cars in the market. But Wednesday, I'm going to do a big spree. Missed tackle that time by Dallas. But anyway, they're inside their own 18-yard line, and this defense is trying to go out there and make a statement tonight to the NFC. They're ready to take care of business here in the playoffs. Again, the sad part is the first seed Falcons. What a cutback there by Bigsby. Give him 9. The one thing I'll say is that they only have one loss. So in hindsight, there's really not much you can do to get the 1 seed because, what it would have taken. Coach K's in a blitz, and down he goes, Nick Martin. The second-year linebacker. It's 3rd and 10 on the Sam Sting blitz. The play action, they didn't fall for it at 2nd and 1. They say it's, textbook football, take a shot. Just because it's 2nd and 1 doesn't mean we're going to always send a run blitz. 3rd down and 10. They're going to blitz. Let's see if Daniels is ready. And what a play, Tank Bigsby. That's going to go for a touchdown. Coach K really tried there to get the cover 2 lurk. It did not work there. Turkey football, that's right. Man, is that unfortunate. What's up, Austin? How is Taco Bell? Do you eat there?
No, I went to the wrong one. So I had to go all the way to the one in Columbia. Because the one I go to on the way back from Fairview?
Why wouldn't you go to the one 5 minutes down the road?
I did, and they said, we don't see an order. And I checked the thing, and it said Columbia Road.
Oh, it was a mobile order. Gosh dang it, Austin. All right. Boy, oh boy, I cannot believe that touchdown. Coach K read it perfectly. Madden is just Madden. 1st and 10. Underneath, DK, first down. Hurts is flawless tonight. And his passing. Well, you have to understand, too, it's 14-7. Just when you thought it could have been a blowout. I mean, you're one play away to tie game. And Washington gets ball at half. So, at the end of the day, really, who's laughing? 14-7, here we go. Handoff. Sampson fights for 1. What's up, Chris? How you doing, dude? Brings up 2nd and 9 for this football team. Right now, if it were to end today, they would play the 7 seed Minnesota Vikings with Jalen Moreau, superstar X Factor. I mean, that is not going to be fun if that's the case. There's a Buka, first down. Again, Hurts has been absolutely perfect tonight. I could be wrong, but 5 for 5. They might take a shot here to Buka. Play action pass. Hurts is able to get out of the pocket. He made a throw to DK, first down. What a throw that time by Jalen Hurts. Second layer of defense. Safety's too far back, first down. 1st and 10, play action. Wide open in the bootleg. It's Branson. Branson, first down. To the 1 with the cutback. First down and goal, Dallas. What a job by Hurts getting rid of the ball. Stays perfect tonight in terms of completion percentage. Sampson up the A gap. Loss of 1. I believe that's Ernest Jones. The 4th is there. And oh boy, is that an injury? No, it's not. Coach K is going right back to the handoff game, though. If he would have to the outside, there would have been a touchdown. And first quarter now approaching zeros. Sampson still denied by this Washington front. And Coach K is very adamant here, is running the ball again. He trusts his O-line, 3 times the charm here tonight. Not saying you can't pass the ball here on the goal line, but I really find it hard to believe that Washington's going to play the run here 3 straight times. But if they sent a cover 0 blitz, I was wrong. Yeah, big game here for AJ. And they're running on Joe Alt's side. There's the handoff, and I thought he reached. Coach K cannot challenge it. I really find that hard to believe, but Coach K's going to take his points. I really find that hard to believe. That's not really a score. The guy reached for it. At the end of the day, it is what it is, 17-7. We got a good game here in Dallas. Coach K has won the first 3 matchups against, actually, I won the first 2 out of 3. One of them was a forced win to Washington. I was too busy one day, but nevertheless, here we go. And 21-yard line take over. Well, this Dallas team has so far a sack, a pick, a throw of a sack, and should have been an interception, but it was a Moss for a touchdown. And that's going to be a mesh play. Gunnar Helm fumbles the ball. Opportunistic by Dallas. And that's why I said they're one of the league's best defenses. Cole Bishop forcing the fumble. He is a safety that actually, I'll be honest with you, is more of a cover safety. Boy, am I shocked to see a fumble there from Cole Bishop. Handoff. There is Sampson. Give him 6. 2 turnovers already for Dallas. 1 fumble, 1 pick. Jaden Daniels talking to his offense. Nothing has hit all year for them at 2-12. Play action pass. Over the top is a soft pass. Oh, the touch pass almost over the safety. 3rd and 5. What a touch pass by Hurts. And it's actually his first incompletion of the night. 3rd and 5. McBride getting involved. First down. When Gunnar Helm fumbled last drive, the thing I noticed was he got hit, he went backwards, and then he was fumbled on the backwards. That really is a big part of people fumbling in this game. It's that second hit, if you will. Jalen Hurts, touchdown DJ Chark. PA jet pass. They got AJ to bite on that jet sweep. What a pass by Hurts. A superstar X Factor quarterback, if you will. The sad part about Coach K is that, he actually wanted Joe Burrow. Better abilities, higher overall. But the more and more I think about it, Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow, they're actually more similar in age than you think. Probably plus or minus a year or 2. And the dual threat of Jalen Hurts does make him have somewhat of an edge. He doesn't have the throw power per se, but I just don't really see that lack of throw power mattering enough to make it trump the dual threat of Jalen Hurts over Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow was someone I initially wanted, but what ended up happening was him and Jaden Daniels went before me. Literally picks 11. I believe. Oh, there's Bishop. It's going to be picked. Bishop with his second turnover forced today. And Dallas is already up by 17. Now, I'll be honest with you, this game's getting out of control here for Jaden Daniels in Washington. Appreciate you, Red Trooper. Appreciate you, man. Underneath, that's Ibuka. I'll give him 1. But again, the thing I'll say, with this team is they had the 12th pick of the draft. They were lucky to get a superstar X Factor quarterback in round 1 in franchise. That means they have a 5-year, $20 million contract locked up. It's not a matter of the value of Hurts. It's a matter of the contract. $20 million for a quarterback is immaculate. And where I'm going at with that is, essentially, if you don't have the, first round contract, you're probably paying 45 plus mil a year minimum, really 50 mil a year for a superstar X Factor quarterback in the NFL. Hurts. That is not the right read, and it should have been picked. 4th and 8. And no kick. That's just a bad read there by me. Should have been picked. Here is Cam Little, 27-7. But again, it's really this defense for Dallas getting it done. 2 mid-zone KOs, middle of the field. Zach Ball, Warner, obviously. 20-yard line, they start. It's going to be tough either way for this Dallas team because if they play the Vikings in round 1, 2 plays 7, that's not going to be a favorable matchup for Coach K. Last year, it was a good route for the Vikings versus me last year. Keanu had a good game versus me last year. They did beat him last year in the wildcard round, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a tough game. Just because you had the 2 seed, even in real life, for all we know, Buffalo in real life might get the 7 seed. That's how, bad a year Buffalo's having. And Bishop almost had his 3rd pick. First down. Komet. Again, Cole Bishop is just so good in this football team. 99 zone with that +7. Does not have any abilities, but Coach K loving his safeties. Definitely a fun fact about Coach K. His favorite position in football actually is a safety position. First down and 10. Here for Washington. Play action pass. And that could have been picked as well by Bishop. Instead, first down. I saw the crosser. And Jaden Daniels sneaks it in again. Protected, sideline dead-eye, inside dead-eye, conductor, comeback. That's what AJ chose on Jaden Daniels' X Factor. Yeah, it is, Kyler, it is. First and 10 for Daniels and company. And that should have been grounded, 2nd and 10. Yeah, it is, dude. But, to be fair, I told people to sell some of their cards. I mean, I sold Hunter and DeGene, so. Wait, no, I didn't sell DeGene, but really I should, I guess. What a tackle there by Bobby Valentine. 27-7, and now Coach K is calling timeouts. He wants the ball back. Because of that, they're run committing here. They know what they're doing. They're just trying to waste. Why am I offsides, dude? Are you kidding me, man? Doesn't matter. Bigsby. Touchdown, Washington. Can't even sit there and make a tackle. That's absolutely preposterous. That cannot happen. Are you honestly kidding me on a run commit to the right side and he still scores? That's embarrassing. 27-14. If that happens, we're not going to win jack shit. That's like a mutt play, dude. It's our mutt luck, dude. Yeah, I get it, Nate. Or Zandy. But, at the end of the day, dude, it's not over until the fat lady sings. Here's DK. First down. This game's not even over yet, bro. I mean. Really, Kyler? Wow. Counts as a catch? Damn. Big drive here for Jalen Hurts. And they had Chark over the middle, 2nd and 10. Great pressure that time by Washington, who will receive ball at half. You know, man, it's one of those games where you think the game's over, but, you know, you wake up 5 seconds later and now you're losing the game. Here's Sampson. Vision as crisp as it can be. First down. Approaching 100 yards tonight. Almost finished all the way. McBride against cover 0. Can't make a man miss. Timeout Dallas. Gonna run the ball again. You know, we're looking at an NFC that might have a 7 seed with 11 wins. Sampson makes a man miss. Give him 12. First down. Now he's over 100 yards. Timeout Washington. They want the ball back. And Coach K will keep the ball on the ground, essentially saying, Washington, stop me. They're going to try a cutback. Boy, that failed. Give him 1. Brooks there in the tackle. They're going to try a bunch trail here. Incomplete for Ibuka, 3rd and 9. You know, I'll be honest with you, that's just the definition of tight coverage. 3rd and 9. Coach K is going to do something weird here, but he's going to run the ball and hope he pass commits. And it will waste his last timeout, too. Handoff, Sampson. Actually lost a yard, but at least it wasted their last timeout. Field goal team comes out for Dallas. Makes it a maxed 2-possession game, 16 points. Once he misses it, it's good. You know, that at least puts pressure on Washington now for a drive without any timeouts. 51 seconds left here in the first half. To return it, Marvin Mims. Mims! What a return by Mims. Past the 45-yard line, first down. Boy, these Washington Commanders, formerly the football team, wow. Just when you think they're out of it, here they come storming back. Here on the East Coast. Screen pass. Can Martin blow it up? Not really. Tackled by Bishop. It's 2nd and 4. Coach K isn't a blitz here in Gamble. Here comes that blitz. And it's Fred Warner up the A-gap. Could not finish. 3rd and 4. I'm going to say same thing right here. They might go ahead and blitz. They're going to do actually cover 2-man here. Here we go. And incomplete. Pressure came. Daniels got rid of it to avoid a sack. It was a hospital pass for the tight end. And I'm shocked AJ's going for this instead of kicking the field goal. I don't really like this call. And he got it, but what a tackle by Bishop. And they said he got out of bounds. Boy, oh boy, does that suck. Coach K is going to play prevent here and try to bait AJ into an out-of-bounds pass. That's what they want. Now, will AJ get the spike off? Good luck, AJ. That was a bait. And when you play Coach K, you know he always has a trick up his sleeve. 30-14. That was a bait. Let him get the middle of the field and let the clock go down. 30-14. When you have no timeouts, you've got to work the sidelines there and make it a 13-point game. Good bait and switch there by Coach K. 30-14. Jerry Rice, I'm excited, dude. I really am. Vegas, let's go. 30-14, let's go. There's Jack Sawyer, give him one. $30-14. Tackle by Bishop, first down, good throw in the heart of that cover 3, but AJ has to hurry. Coach K going to a cover 0 here. Here comes that cover 0. Is AJ ready? Find out next. And what a throw by Daniels. At least it almost seemed like it. But it's going to be incomplete. There was pressure up the B gap. 2nd and 10. Underneath, good tackle by Carrington Valentine, first down. Pippen. We'll go to cover 2 here. Playoffs for this franchise coming up very soon. And AJ doesn't really have anywhere to go with the ball. He goes down. But Sweat is hurt. My, oh my, Sweat is hurt. And hopefully he is not out numerous weeks. They need him in the interior. But what a sack there by Jack Sawyer, second of the day. One for him. I believe one by Sweat. Yeah, I think it was Sweat. Could be wrong. Coach K just got beat deep. Olave touchdown. This game's not over yet. And Sweat has bruised ribs. I think he'll be okay. But just when you thought this game was over, here comes Washington. 30-20. Here we go. But I'll tell you right now, I get it, you're 2-12, but, there is no excuse to have no points for halftime. It just can't happen. A pass over the middle of the field, you got to know better than that. This game really right now should be 30-24. Down by 6. And AJ runs spacing. Fuck him. He fucking did that on purpose. He fucking knows that I love spacing. I fucking tell him about it. He fucking laughs about it. Gosh damn it. And I knew... See, I read that concept pretty well, too, the spacing. Not over yet. Oh, there's Loeb. Gets a block. Gets 2 blocks. First down. In Cam Little range. Can't happen if you're Washington. What up, Mike? I'll see you in the Super Bowl again, dude. I'm telling you right now, Ibuka really made my team a lot better, him and Sweat. There's Sampson, give him 5. Correction, 2 yards, 2nd and 8. 30-22, here we go, 1-score game. Yeah, the 1 seed, I'm already out of it, Mike, but we're going for the 2 seed. That way I'll avoid the Falcons the longest. 1-on-1, they're going to DK. Incomplete. What a good coverage there by AJ on 3rd and 8. It's a handoff to Sampson, 4th and 5. They're going to settle for a field goal. A field goal, which will be good, the 3rd of the day for Little. Correction, 4th of the day. Wow. 3 touchdowns and that. 33-22, a very weird score to look at. And to return it again is Mims. Abrams draining the tackle at 21-yard line. It's one of those games where all you need is a turnover here, put this game on ice, but question is, can they get it? Again, that was really all set up by the return, in all honesty. Handoff, left side, Bigsby. Bishop on the tackle, give him 6. 5th tackle for the free safety Bishop. Again, you know, even in real life, getting the 1 seed is so vital. You get rest for your players. You get to watch the wild card round at home with some popcorn. Really sucks, man, to see us not get the 1 seed. But at the end of the day, the 2 seed right now is pretty good if we win this game still. That one could have been picked. Pippen, first down. How many of those are we going to get tonight? Where I think we do a good job usering, but then it's just a 50-50 ball that goes to the defense. Offense, I'm sorry. Cover 0 called here by Coach K. Here comes the cover 0. Lob pass. Tackle by Drew Phillips, 2nd and 5. Soft field goal range here for Washington. 33-22 is your score. Handoff up the A-gap. Bishop. There's Nick Martin. There's Fred Warner. 3rd and 3. Let's see if Tavondre Sweat is back. He's not. In form is Maurice Hurst. And I don't understand how it's not picked. Cole Bishop almost had his 2nd pick. Oh my. Wow. What a call by Coach K to jump that, but it's not good enough. 1st and 10. Bigsby. There's Warner. There's Turner. 2nd and 9. Again, how many of those balls are we going to get? We were right there. We pressed triangle, but it's not a pick. 33-22. At least they have 2 sacks this game. Usually we have like none. That's good to see your pass rush get some sacks, but if you're Dallas here, you want to see a field goal drive here because then it gives reassurance you're up by a full 1 possession, 8 points. What a pass by Daniels, but he is short. Jamar Pippen, 3rd and 1. Clock ticks now under a minute here in the 3rd quarter. Coach K calling cover 0. And that's going to be a 1st down. The way it fell. Warner was in there. Sawyer was there. 1st down on the outside linebacker fireman call. Coach K called cover 0 a lot tonight, challenging Jay and Daniels in this front. Daniels. There's Sawyer. 2nd and 9. Tavondre Sweat still out of the game for a bruised rib. They're going to do man coverage here. It's got to be a pass here. He ain't going to run the ball twice, I think. What a swap by Coach K and a quick on there by Tyreek Smith. Oh, boy. Now the other DT's out. Come on, man. Are you fucking kidding me? Now Coach K might be out of DTs. Oh, my. We're going to go ahead and see here who's in the game. It better be someone else. I don't want to have it be Sweat. And it's Snyder, probably a 60 overall guy for all we fucking give a rat's ass for. And 1st down, Washington. I never really seen this bruiser's row from Maurice Hurst. 71 overall, Jay Snyder in the game now. I don't even know who the fuck that guy is. But, boy, I'll tell you what, man. Washington right now is just... If you ever saw someone sneak by a game, I can't believe what I'm seeing tonight. There's Bishop. What a game by him. A forced fumble, a pick, and 7 tackles. Second and goal now for Washington. Clock ticks. Under 6 now here in the fourth. Contains on Daniels. And again, the user was right there in the area, but it went above my user, Bishop, third and goal. This has to be a stop here if you're Washington, because I'm just telling you right now, man. And that's just going to be a good pressure there by 55. I think that's going to be, is that Hurst back in the game already? Fourth and goal from the 6. I mean, I would just kick it. But you're 2 and 12. They're playing spoiler. Coach K is going to blitz here. Fourth and goal. Will they get it? And he almost caught that turnover on downs. That may do it, but it's never over till the fat lady sings, onside kicks, whatever. Not the worst throw, but that was covered. Handoff, Sampson. Give him 5. Out of bounds, but the clock will tick as we're not under 5 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Some people always assume that it's the fourth quarter out of bounds clock stops. It's actually when it's under 5 minutes to play. Handoff, Sampson, he'll fight for 4. Third and 3, and now they'll pass. They ran the ball too much tonight. There is McBride underneath. First down. You can't chew clock, though. 33-22. Play action hurts. Just going to throw it away, not take a hit there for an injury. Good news for Dallas, though, is that they're not pinned anymore. That way, if you have to punt the ball, you're at least making them drive. Handoff. It's actually a backup running back, Hunter, 3rd and 8. They will pass here on 3rd and 8. What a bullshit catch by DJ Chark. I'm not really proud of that one, but okay. First down. That one's a little bit funny. If you don't laugh at that, I don't know what you're doing. Hunter. The second-year backup running back, 90-91 speed. Give him 3. They are in soft range for little to make it a 15-point game. Handoff, Hunter. First down, Dallas. And now it's going to be one of those things where you're under 3 minutes, you can chew clock here. I wonder if they are going to call our timeouts here, down by 11 here with 2-minute warning. Coach K, not really the best game ever, but it is a good game overall, defensively at least. Some good stops and stuff. Coach K likely to go 11-3-1 here, and I believe he is going to win 5 games in a row. We'll check the schedule here in a minute. Handoff, Hunter. He's going to fall down to stay in bounds. AJ will call his timeouts here. Playing spoiler tonight. You can't say AJ didn't try. Definitely had a good game. I'll tell you what, a good fight for a 2-12 team. Handoff, Hunter. Falls down, first down. Still timeout, Washington. Coach K just wants to get the first downs here. Not wanting to injure his players. Handoff, Hunter. Last timeout by Washington. And again, these are just going to be straight handoffs for Dallas. Handoff, Hunter. He'll get 3. And again, this game is practically over. Even mathematically, he'll have about 18 seconds left after I kick a field goal. And 18 seconds is being generous. Hunter. And Coach K will take a delay of game and then kick a field goal. You know, I really don't even know if he really need a field goal here. You know, I'll be honest with you. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. You know, actually, to be honest, we're probably going to just go ahead and knee it here and give AJ the ball. They're going to go ahead and knee it here and give AJ the ball. Actually, we'll kick it. I mean, I don't want to sit there and overthink it. The reason why is because if someone got a Hail Mary and an onside kick, I mean, you just kick the field goal. It's not really I mean, you're only up by 11. It's 4th down, 2. Can't really do much. It's better than going for it and passing it. 36-22. And now the game is practically over because he would have to have a, you know, I mean, it would be, you know, marvelous here to win this game. What it would take is a 70-yard Hail Mary, an onside kick, and then another Hail Mary. If that happened, I'll go bald. And he's going to go deep. Valentine's there, picks it off. That's game. Good stats there for Valentine for more morale. This game is over. Thank you, everyone, for watching the franchise game here versus Washington. Coach K has forced his 4th turnover tonight. 3 picks and a fumble. (36-22), Jalen Hurts with a really good game. 2/3 passing completion. But, you know, Jaden Daniels had a pretty good game. 340 pass yards versus prolific Cowboys defense. But let me see some upgrades here and maybe even any injuries that lingered. And we just got kicked. Or is that a glitch? And we got kicked. Hopefully the game's still tracked for all. Oh, okay, that was a glitch. Okay, here we go. Tyreek Smith. We got to give him more man coverage here. Again, 2 good safeties for us, Bishop and Smith. He already got +1 speed. Now he has 91 speed from 90 speed. So he's almost there. Jack Sawyer with a big sack for us today. Look at that block shed and power move. He is great. They're going to actually upgrade his finesse move with Speed Rusher. And Jack Sawyer now is over 80 finesse move. And they're going to see if they have some good film room here, things here. I don't know if we did what we were supposed to do. We were supposed to hold them to so many pass yards. I mean, I didn't get that, but let me just see what they say here. Yeah, what's up, man? Dude, yeah, we're going to the playoffs, man. There it is. You know, we have X. We have clinched a playoff spot, but not necessarily the NFC East with the Eagles. Why is clinched division? Why is clinched division? It's kind of funny because the NFC is so good that we only have 3 weeks left, but only 2 teams clinch playoff spots, Atlanta and Dallas. What that means is the 3 seed Detroit can actually find a way out of the playoffs. That's how good this, this is. But, this football team, the thing I'll say is, we won the NFC last year, and it's a big reason for that is this front 5. Again, the lowest player is a low 80 in the trenches with morale. You have two good players in Abuka and McBride. I would say two superstars. Obviously, a top 10 quarterback in the league unanimously, Jalen Hurts. And then defensively, low key, it's kind of our strength. The defensive line, it's not, Tavondre Sweat, it's actually Sweat and Dexter. The combination of them in the middle is just relentless. Corners are their weakness, but when you have a, S-tier pass rush, S-tier linebackers, the safeties are playing, immaculately. You have a kicker with 99 power. It's a pretty tough team to beat, I'll tell you that, to say the least. So, if Omi wins, he is in. Got it, dude. GG, AJ. GG, dude. I mean, you played pretty good, AJ. Not going to lie, man. It was anyone's game at the end, dude. But again, if it were to end today, we would host the Vikings. And what playoff matches that would be between the Eagles and Rams. The Eagles and Rams actually played this week. And actually, I apologize. They did not. They played last week, and actually the Eagles did kill them. But, it was a 14-point game. But I do want to see some stats here. I wonder how many interceptions. Who's leading the league in picks for us, dude? Sampson is actually 8th in the NFL in rush yards. So if he has two more good games, he gets top 5. Might be superstar, actually. Top 5 might be superstar to upgrade. But I do want to see our defense here. The concerning part for this football team, I can't believe Dallas Turner actually has 9 sacks. Wow. But to be fair, he already has a superstar. The next step to have 4 and 3 sacks is pretty concerning for this team. Even interceptions, Bishop, he did have 1 or 2 that could have been picked. I do know 6 picks is definitely top 15 in the league. But, besides Bishop, they really haven't got that many picks, from this team. But, Cole Bishop, I can't believe he's leading this team in tackles. 97 tackles for a safety is immaculate. This is someone that, 7 TFLs. This is someone that actually might get a dev upgrade, man. He might be superstar, and I'm kind of excited for that, man. Nice. That is actually just superb. 97 tackles. Wow. I am actually speechless right now. If I actually go to the stats, and if I go to the league tackles, and it would be the NFL. And obviously we care about defense here. Total tackles. Cole Bishop is a top 10 tackler in the entire league. We're talking about great names like Edgerrin Cooper and Roquan Smith. He's right up there in one of the league's best, Derwin James. Cole Bishop making a name for himself this year. The 23-year-old from BYU. But we go here to the in-season awards. And I do want to see if we get any of these here. Offensive Player of the Year, sadly, no. Defensive Player of the Year, no. It's Mike Green. We have no rookies, so rookies for us are no. Best quarterback is Moreau, even though they have a 7 seed. Best running back, Gibbs. Receiver, Hill. O-line, Will Fries. D-line, Green. Linebacker, DB is Cole Bishop. Yes! I hope we get it, man, for a superstar safety. Come on, man. I think this ends at the end of the regular season, so hopefully we get it. And we get it. So that'd be awesome, man, for a superstar ability safety, man. That'd be great. I would probably do a secure tackle or a deep out zone KO and other bullshit, but that'd be huge, man. I really want it, dude. I really want it, man. I really want it, dude. Kevin Winston, strong safety. What, on your team? Wow. 22-year-old. Only 89 speed, though, dude. 80. I mean, dude. I mean, he's still a beast. But 89 speed, great zone, great tackling stats. Wow, what abilities did you pick? Wow, I'm shocked. Out of my way, flat zone KO pick artist. I'm shocked that you have out of my way over deep out zone KO. True, AJ, true. I'm sure you'll be fine. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching my stream, dude. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Mud, okay? You guys take care, guys. We'll go from there, okay? Have a great night.